But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Girl Survives, and indeed, welcome back to our Star Trek Armada 3 Let's Play. Things are looking good. We took some territory in the last episode. Let's just zoom out and take a look. We managed to take, we own Trill to start with. We've taken Trill to the asteroid Caldic Temeclia, and I think our next target is going to be UA467 here. They've got some very strong ships, however, and I've got a plan on how to deal with those. If we take a look at our research tree at the moment, we are shortly going to be researching the Phoenix class, the Steam Runner, and indeed the Constellation. With a mixture of the Phoenix class and indeed the Constellation class, I think we're going to be in a fairly good position to survive the the privations of the sonar. I think so. Now, before we actually go ahead, in yesterday's episode, I set a like target for everybody. It's something I don't normally do, but I thought I'd give it a try. And you killed it. You've absolutely killed it, guys. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. The like target was, of course, 75 likes. And if I get 75 likes on the first 3 videos, then the 4th video will be a 1-hour special. At present, it's the morning, the following morning, I'm recording this to releasing the previous video, and there are 237 likes at the moment. So you've killed it times 3. Absolutely killed it, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to those of you who subscribed yesterday as well. I really do appreciate that. In addition to that, a lot of you have been really commenting, making some really excellent comments as well, which I've very much enjoyed reading. I've tried to respond to as many as I possibly can. If I've missed you, I'm ever so sorry. Do comment again, and I'll on this episode, and I will come back to you. Without further ado, let's get the episode going. I've got various things that I want to jabber about during the course of this. A few good pieces of advice yesterday. It was advised that I take trading with the starbase. I've also taken a major repair dock there as well, so I can repair my ships quicker. I have taken trading previously. We should see here that I've got a Phoenix queued, ready to rock and roll there. I don't think I've got any Constellations queued yet, so let's get some of those on the go. Research-wise, that should all happen as we push forward. Orbital command is something I'm going to need to consider quite soon. Oh, just getting a text. In other news, I have reached the ripe old age of 33 today. I've got older, it's happened. Seems inexorable, doesn't it? And one thing that I was considering doing is I was considering going to get this world over here, Corralis, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want my enemies to have it. Selfish? Yes. A good idea? Absolutely. Right, let's take that Tritanium buff, and then we'll start going through these flight pods and cargo bays and all that good stuff. Might behoove us to get a few more of the old Mirandas as well. They're always useful. Get some good fodder on the go. We've only got 6 of them at the moment. Complete. In that situation, and of course, it pays for us to have up to 20 because they will fire a lot better. Not against mines, though. Acknowledge, Starfleet. And mines are one of our primary antagonists at the moment. Let's see where we're at. We can wait for that. We can wait for that.
Research complete.
There we go. I think that is enough to get us where we want to be. Do I have enough for another constellation? I do. Let's get her done. Acknowledge, Starfleet. And I think I might just... Acknowledge, Starfleet. I might just make a cheeky steam runner, and then that will be the full fleet. Excellent. Okay. So that's our full fleet at the moment. I think we'll be able to take UA467 with it. People have noted when playing this map, I can't remember the name of the commenter, my apologies, and thank you for commenting, that at times Player 2 here, the House of Mokai, they struggle because they haven't got any really... What are you doing? Nope, okay. They haven't got any really low-tier planets around their homeworld. That's something that I'll look to fix for the next version, because it is stalling the Klingon AI very much, and that's going to leave me with a two-front war. It's going to be... going to be challenging. Two-front war is... that's not what you want. But it is what we've got. So we're just going to have to cope with it like champions. Champions, I tell you. Let's go for a little bit of extended cargo base here, and we'll take the second level as well. Fleet shipyards. The Phoenix is now getting researched, and then that will be followed with a constellation. We'll probably try and go for some alloy over here, just to increase our armor. Ah, is that our...
Complete.
There he is. Right, if you can get here, I'll be very impressed. I sincerely doubt whether you can, but we'll try it anyway. Where are you off to? It's only a GOM-2, leave it be.
Acknowledge Starfleet.
Don't you worry about that GOM-2. It's a friend. Right, what do we say we were going to get? Well, adaptive shield console is good. Tachyon detection grid is good. So we should probably take those. I think it's always good to get those little starship abilities up.
Red alert. The enemy starship is complete. Research complete.
Alert the crew.
A hostile empire has launched a Titan. I don't think I'm going to win this. Oh, don't kill the GOM-2. You see what happens? You're all disabled now.
Give the word.
Silly sausages. This poor little peaceful GOM-2. It's going to die though. He's gonna die. Oh, poor thing. You didn't deserve that. Frankie boy, you didn't deserve it. Wow, we leveled up a couple of times though. Alright, always forgiven. Shield coordination, engineering teams again.
Status.
Wow. Okay. Let's take tactical holofleet, sense of triangulation over here.
Research complete.
Suddenly I'm okay with the horrific murder that we just did because it's benefited us. That says a lot of terrible things about my character. A lot of terrible things about my character. Oh, I'm just waiting for the Cardassians to arrive. They're absolutely going to mess. Without my Klingon allies to help, it's going to be a fun time. Right, there we go. There's my little fleet.
Changing heading.
Let's get everyone over here and see what we can do. So folks, for those of you watching, I have been trying to look into Reddit. It's something that I've never made use of before, really. And I understand that content creators, they can, to all intents and purposes, they can really start to boost their content and try and cast a wider net for an audience using Reddit. But it's something I've never really come into contact with before, never really made any use of before. Is anybody savvy with it? One thing that I do understand, based on some previous commenters' comments, if you like, and some other YouTubers that I've spoken to, is... Well, one thing that Reddit users, if you like, or Reddit page watchers don't necessarily like is flagrant self-promotion. Is that the case? And is there a way that you can promote your work fairly and reasonably so the community isn't upset by it? Do tell me if you have an idea about that. Right, let's see what we can do about these Rwantha destroyers. That's not going to be an easy fight. And I think, as a Force multiplayer, the first thing I need to do is go straight to the planet, take it, and that will prevent any more sonar from turning up. Go, Mirandas! You're about to get killed by a load of mines. Oh god, there they go. Oh no. Oh no. Please stop. Please stop. The Miranda pain will never end. Oh god, they're absolutely rude. Didn't lose any ships though, amazingly.
All crews stand ready.
But the mines are still coming in. Let's go for that Ryan next.
Our planet is under attack.
Did we manage to get Kerala? We did! Blimey! I don't believe it. Excellent, so we can buy and sell a few things. That's nice. But that's more there as a point of interest for our enemies. Still haven't lost any ships.
Crew standing by.
Have you done what you needed to do?
Colonization.
There we go, we've colonised the planet, so we should start to get friendlies in now.
All crews
I
stand
love it.
ready.
Love it. Got a trade station up here.
Research complete.
And I think it might behoove us at this point to come in here, get the subspace relay network, and pop one of them down as well. Last thing we want to do is get
We await
cultured
your
to death.
command. Lock phasers.
Excellent, that is one more planet. One of the main things that we need at this planet is more tactical,
Battle stations.
because we're not tactical enough. Oh, this guy's dead.
Complete.
You're doing, you lunatic. No, no! That's our first Miranda lost. I'm sure there will be more. What they're designed to do. Fodder, folks. Fodder. Almost taking it down. Very good. Couple of levels up, which is levels up, level ups. There we are. That's a word. Let's take better shield coordination,
Crew
if you
standing
please.
by.
And then we'll go for a third level of planetary expansion.
Standing by. Battle stations.
We've somehow managed to take these... Oh, this is, of course. That's one of Janeway's abilities. I was wondering what was going on there. It's at least a second Miranda now. Go through the planet, Bob. Don't go through the planet.
All crews stand ready. Fire at will.
Bob went through the planet. Well,
Enemy
okay.
engaged.
See what we can see over here. Some Nausicaans, not a problem. We do need tier 4 colonization. Yes, it is a civilian lab that we need. Can't get one at the moment. Let's change that. I said let's change that. There we are. Let's grab that civilian lab.
Standing by.
Now, fortunately, our local defenders appear to have gathered the ire of this Arantha destroyer, so the mines aren't being as effective at the moment. A group of Kessok ships is heading somewhere. Okay, so we've got a Kessok incursion. That's, of course, one of the random events that you can get. Oh, sorry, just had to pop some more music on because I had forgotten to continue it. Whoops. Silly, mate. But yeah, any knowledge that you guys have got of Reddit, I would very much appreciate you sharing with me. There is a link to my Discord in the description below. So if you're interested in talking to me about Reddit and the way that it works, and why that it works the way it does, and any of those other good questions, then I would very much value some further knowledge. Right, let's keep our trade going. Have our Klingon allies done anything? Well, we'll take that as a no. Well, they're just continually fighting these guys.
Station
That's
complete.
not much good, unfortunately. That does mean that we're
Standing by.
really in this fight by ourselves. Morowantha's over there,
Alter course.
but it's kind of over here we need to go. So
Alter course.
let's get all of our ships to come back to the nest. We'll grab another constellation. Can we grab anything else? Oh, only a Nova, but that's not of much use right now.
Research complete.
This should broaden our military research a little bit once we get this, because that opens up military labs on each ship. And we like that. We like that a lot. That doesn't mean we don't need to build military bits and bobs. We do. Okay, Corrales. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, look at mines. And they called it a mine. Got these wonderful defenders over here, and that's going to be a tough nut to crack, even for the Cardassians.
Research complete.
Where are our ships? Still leaving. Oh, where the heck did you come from, you sausage? Was I just blind and didn't see that? Right, let's use some of our resources to explore our planets and see if there's anything interesting to find there. Sell a lot of metal, we've got a great deal of it. Go, and this one.
Unable to comply.
Brilliant, okay. That's our searching site. We do have the Tal Shar as well, and that might be a good shout. At present, can't build any Tal Shar vessels. Well, now's as good a time as any to actually upgrade our infrastructure, so let's do so.
Station complete.
And let's grab a Surak-class envoy as soon as we're able to, and we will take this Tal Shar world here, FS-47. Try to avoid milk today. My diet hasn't been overly healthy recently, and I think one of the things that I consume too much of is milk. So I have
We await your command.
started drinking black tea or green tea.
Adjusting
Don't really like
coordinates.
green tea very much. Black tea is a little more tolerable.
Station.
You guys got any suggestions as to what I could... Oh, hello. Premilian battle armor. That is amazing. Let's take a look here. It gives us a better hull repair rate increase of 30%, armor increase of 2 on all types of ships,
Research
and
complete.
1 on smaller ships, I believe. Bombing damage taken less. Star base is improved. Oh, wow, that is amazing. Premilian battle armor is a
Take us
really
out
good
of
one
here.
for us to
Warp
have.
9.
It's at its
Research
best for... There you go, that's building good. It is at its best for Cardassian ships, really, because they're already very tough and tanky. And that acts as a real boon for it. Let's research Cisco. The Cisco. And also, I think it would behoove us to research the Nebula class. So, they're the next 2 things that we need to do. And we've got a symbiotic Shaddai AI. What does that do? I can't remember. Let's see. Tax income, nice. Growth rate, nice. Max population, nice. The architects of the meta-genome. The Shaddai were one of the adversaries of the Shadow of Takon, one of Shaddai's many constructs. The symbiotic AI had then had the capability of optimizing the economic and social development of an empire to create the perfect society. Although our leaders are somewhat skeptical of the operation of such a device, citing historical
complete.
examples, some colonies have volunteered to try it out for the time being.
Research complete.
Very good.
Enemy engaged. Research complete.
Ensign, warp speed 9.
Ah! That sounds suspiciously
Station
like
complete.
the Cisco. Right, the Cisco always, I go for Emissaries Calling first, because that helps all the ships around him. I believe. Yeah, it's passive. Right, my ships are getting repaired nicely now. Ah, there it is.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Just trying to find my envoy. Now, I don't know where all the buildings are here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of pop it right at the edge of the system.
Alter course.
Because we may need to go around depending on where their defences are. Okay, any smaller ships that I might be able to grab that are going to be integral to my war effort. Excelsiors, I think, are going to be the order of the day here. Akira's couldn't hurt either, could they? So let's start pumping out some good ships. I want to go for Excelsiors first, and the reason that I want to do that is because they are more cost effective.
Unable to comply.
Very, very simply put. See what's going on over here. It looks like the Klingons have decided that they want to go for this class-wide demon world. Now, there's no good reason for them to do this because they cannot have class
Research
5.
complete.
Yeah. This is a waste of your time, Klingons. You're not going to expand like this. I will take an extra steam runner as well, just to keep us going. Excellent. Really good stuff. And then we'll start pumping some research into Picard. Gotta pump that Picard.
Red alert.
Oh.
The enemy starship is complete.
Okay, so both of the enemy AI over here have
Research
launched
complete.
Titans. Or Dreadnoughts, if you prefer. Right, let's see where everything sits. Everything is the opposite side. You can do goodwill without any problems, which is amazing.
Report.
Hopefully the Tal Shiar vessels aren't going to be able to get to him in time. I don't think they'll be able to. Now, people asked me after the release whether this was intentional, having to Borgified Romulan vessels for the Tal Shiar. Yes, it is. It's very... Oh, God, what happened to my voice? It is very, very much intentional. Based on various other sources, including some books and indeed Star Trek Online, it's fair to note that the Tal Shiar fairly heavily experimented with... what do we get from here? Shadow Strike, the Thalaron Detonation, that's always a good one, and Covert Espionage. So, some really good stuff here with the Tal Shiar. Thalaron Detonation's always fun. Kills everybody on a planet, hamstrings the tax income. So, we could make use of that if we come over here to Cardassia. Let's do Covert Espionage, see what we can see, and then we will pop. And you should see. Unfortunately, I don't think it's got the correct effect at the moment, but if I just keep hovering over it, you'll see after 20 or so seconds the population has a bit of a bad time. Oh, there they go. And that's going to hamstring the enemy from a tax standpoint. We'll also do a Shadow Strike just to be cheeky. There we go. We've got some Tal Shiar vessels doing their thing now.
We serve only the Tal Shiar.
Research complete.
Not a great deal of vessels, it's just enough to irritate the Cardassians, which is precisely what we need.
Enemy engaged.
I'm really psyched about that Bromelian battle armor, that's really good news. Let's grab Starbase construction, we're going to need that in the relatively near future, I suspect. Pursuant to that, what else is it a good idea for us to get? Akira Battle Refit, of course. And we will go through this line in order to try and get our Titan. They've got one, we need one, right? Oh, Section 31 over there. And it appears they've taken the Hirogen Hunters as their allies. Allied vessels are being destroyed all over the shop. That's probably over here, yeah. Dalkonians are giving them a little run for their money. Despite their fruitless and pointless attack, they've got Kern, which is nice. It would in many ways be good if they destroyed some of their tactical labs and built some civilian ones. Which of course they haven't done. Because they're absolute sausages. Are we researching some more down here? No. So why am I able to queue you up? There's no good reason for that. Well, let's not worry about it. Let's go 2 more into the capital ship. And then we will try and take Kleistron. I think at this point,
All
if our
sections
enemy are not...
report.
Oh, look, this is interesting. It looks like there is a fight going on between the Breen Privateers and the Tholian Assembly here. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. I love the way that the militia now is quite dynamic. It didn't used to be, and really, really cool to see that. Really cool. What's our income? 70 odd? Okay, that's fine. Just make sure that we've got everything that we need in the places that we need it. Over here.
Research complete.
Be ready for anything.
Ooh. Yep, you're as developed as you can get. Corrales, of course, I can't do anything with. Yeah, all is well. All is well. We'll continue to social spec you. Just seems silly not to, really, doesn't it? Got any other high pop planets? Well, this Class H desert has a high pop. You've got a pretty high pop as well in the great scheme of things. Wow, that really does have a high pop. I think the reason for the high pop on here is, of course, the symbiotic AI. We're going to social spec it.
Be ready for anything.
Because it seems quite silly not to exploit that.
Research complete.
As I say, folks, I've probably said this before in this episode, but I'm going to say it again. Do not forget to check the links in the description below. There is a link to my Twitch channel. You may want to give me a follow on there, because I do, most of the time, I do daily streams. I can't do today because I'm going out with my family. And sometimes I do evening streams as well. The content's a little bit more varied, if you like, than it is
by.
on here.
Helm, bring us
hello.
about.
Oh, yes, yes. Very good, very good.
Adjusting coordinates.
This is a good time for a coordinated strike. Oh, yes. And we will hopefully be able to take this world off the enemy's hands. I love it.
Unable to comply.
In addition to that, I do, of course, have a Discord, which is dedicated to, well, kind of sci-fi RPG games. Not just, well, sci-fi and RPG games, I should say. Because those are two of my favourite game types, and they're what you will most likely see on the channel. And as a result, it is always a good place to be if you enjoy those kind of games. Especially if you want to play multiplayer on something like Sins of a Solar Empire, or you just want to discuss the games that you're playing. I would really, really appreciate your input. Well, I think we're in an interesting position now. Who have we got over there? The Zakdorn Strategists and the Orion Shipbreakers. Orion Shipbreakers might be fun to take because we can buy some ships off them then. Multitronic arrays are great. Additional bank targets is... That's always a really good force multiplier. And one thing that we can see at the moment that we kind of half have is we've got Picard, but we haven't got enough slots for him, so let's get that done. And we're going to up our antimatter. Yes, very good. Then we better go through some more of these things. Yeah, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. Looking a little bit rough on dilithium extraction. We've got loads of tritanium coming in. So let's grab the quasi-crystalline. And then we will start grabbing sale to credit conversion. This is where our economy really starts taking off. Over here we've got treasured customers, market price adjustment, so that's going to make things cheaper for us.
Research complete. Enemy engaged.
There we go. And over here, the river will provide trade to credit conversion and tax income rate adjustment. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I think there's 2 levels there, but we can only afford 1 right now. See how this is going over here.
Research
Taking the
complete.
world, now it's time to take our enemies.
Insufficient platinum.
And
Lieutenant, open a hailing frequency.
open a hailing frequency. It's Picard. Let's give you your inspiring presence to begin with.
Engage.
Engage. Number 1. What are your thoughts on the Picard show, guys? I'm really concerned about the Picard show. I'm absolutely terrified about it. It'll be, on one hand, it has the potential to be wonderful to see Picard again. On the other hand, with that 25% differential requirement, if you like, from Paramount, Does it mean we're going to be getting something that is more akin to Discovery than indeed to something that we might want to see a little bit more? It is a worry, isn't it?
Complete.
I do like the idea of an older Picard in a different position, in a different part of his life.
Research complete.
But I'm very, very worried. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you're excited about it. Tell me if you're worried about it. I'd really appreciate that.
Engage.
And unfortunately for us, that's all we've got time for today. As I say, I do have to go out soon. In addition to that, there's... Ooh, what's going on here? Kind of dusty cloud. Looks fun. What is it you're doing? Must be your shield coordination. Yeah, that stands to reason. Right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I do appreciate immensely. And if you do want to see an early hour special at episode 4, make sure you hit that like button. We're going to need to get 75 likes on episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, please do join my Discord. I'm on there quite a lot, and I do like to chat with the audience.
Research
It really is something that gives me a lot of enjoyment. For now, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.